to my very first episode of Coffee and a Card. I've got my cup of coffee ready to go, and we are going to make a super adorable card today. I was super nervous about going on here and doing a live for you guys on YouTube because we all know technology can be, kind of a scary thing because the world is now seeing us. I have been doing Facebook Lives for God knows the last 2 years. I am almost about ready to hit my 100 episode over there. So that's super exciting. You guys can catch all of those. I put them over here and in the YouTube. So I'm excited to get this card started for you guys. I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. I'm going to try to see, again, this being my very first YouTube, I hope I can bring up comments over here and see you guys live. So let me see if I can actually, in fact, do that. So let me get you guys, that's not gonna work. Hold on, let me see if I can get you guys brought up on my laptop because I don't have anything signed in over on my other device. I guess I should have probably thought about that before time. You guys can see the girl hanging out back there, Miss Katie Cat. I have to keep talking since her show is playing on the TV right here. And I know a lot of our platforms don't like to hear any other kind of copyrighted, TV shows, music, anything like that, or they will shut us down. So I am gonna have to keep on rattling, and I know you guys know that that's not a problem for me. So okay, I am signed in here. Let me see if I can, in fact, get this. Oh, look, there I am. Woohoo! Oh, you know what? But we better hit that mute button because actually, okay, good. That is working. That is fabulous. Awesome. Okay, so we'll just get to rolling here. So I am going to get you guys flipped around. Now, again, this is my first time doing YouTube, so I am going to keep my fingers crossed that this flips correctly when I go to flip this around. So let's go ahead and get you guys flipped around. My name is Danny Garola. I am with Stampin' the Pink Barn. This is going to become one of my weekly videos that I do. I'm going to be coming live. Right now, I've got it scheduled to go every Thursday at noon here Pacific time. That is 1 o'clock Mountain, 2 o'clock Central, and 3 o'clock Eastern. I'm hoping it can stay like that. I may actually have to switch it to Fridays, but you know what? I'll keep you guys posted on that. Again, it's kind of one of those nice things being able to do it on YouTube because now I don't have to. I will still keep doing my Facebook Lives. Don't fret. That will keep happening. And over there, those, when I do my Facebook Lives, those last almost about 2 hours long. That's why I wanted to keep my YouTubes short and sweet. As we just get this started, it may turn into something more and I may do more lives. Just depends on how things go. So that being said, you guys can check everything out over on my Facebook page. I have put the link here in the description. So when I am done with this video, I will add the dimensions and the supplies that I have used for the card today. You will be able to go over to my blog and you will be able to download a PDF project sheet from there as well. So my blog is stampinthepinkbarn.com. That is, Stampin' is like Stampin' Up, S-T-A-M-P-I-N. And then the word thepinkbarn.com. But it is going to be all jammed together because, as we know, websites don't have spaces in there. So I just wanted you guys to know that because I know some people have reached out to me and said that they have tried to, like, El Google, Stampin'. Well, Stampin' is not my name, it is Stampin'. And so when I flip you guys around, you will be able to see my little name tag there. You will also be able to see my current July host code. So when you're done here and you enjoy this card so much and you want to buy some of the product, you will be able to throw that host code in there, which helps me bring these free videos to you guys. All right, so how do you shop with me? You simply go to shop Dani, D-A-N-I, Gurrola, Gurrola.com. That takes you straight into my store. That's my landing page. So there you can join my team, which I will be talking about. It's just kind of a platform of shopping, seeing everything about me and all that good stuff. You can also go in there and see my calendar and see what's scheduled for my upcoming good stuff. All right, so hold on. I'm going to get you guys flipped around. No getting sick. So if you get motion sickness, please close your eyes. Oh, look, it worked. Woohoo! I was hoping that it was going to be just as easy as it is over on Facebook. And voila, it was. Okay, you guys, you can open your eyes now. Hello, Magna. I'm glad that you made it, my dear. So, we have a current paper pumpkin. This started on July 11th. This is called Sweet Sunflowers. This is going to be such an amazing paper pumpkin kit. You can find out more details in the description of this video. This says, "Here comes the sunflower to make all smiles bloom." The Sweet Sunflowers Paper Pumpkin Kit includes elegant watercolor designs handcrafted by our in-house artists to take your crafting to the next level. Try out the twist technique with the sunflower stamp that you can stamp, twist, and stamp again. Perfect for a fuller and more detailed floral image. And the coordinating pre-cut pieces will save you so much time. Including the gold foil honeycomb sheet as a free gift that will add a beautiful golden touch to your projects. We can't wait to see what you create. All right, so this is going to be able to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, and then you're also going to get 9 envelopes as well. So, like I said, you can check out more details here, or you can go over to my blog. I have, if you go to promotions over on my blog, there's kind of a bar across my heading, and it'll say home, promotions, adhesive kits. There's a whole line there. If you hit the promotions, you can scroll down and find the one that talks all about this so you know more details. We had our mystery stamping. This is a Facebook Live that I do on the Wednesday in the middle of the month. This is a monthly thing that I do. So if you're interested in that, if you go over to Facebook and go to my events, you can find the next one coming up. This one is still going, so you can catch the replay video. You can see it here on YouTube, and you still have a chance to enter the giveaway that I'm doing for that. Again, if you go over to my blog and under that tab, hit mystery stamping, you will also get to that. We've got a couple of new kits that have just been released. This is called the Best Remedy. And oh my gosh, can I tell you guys how stinking adorable this stamp set is? Holy goodness. Look at these little characters. They are laser cut, so all you have to do is punch those right out. They've already got the color to them and are perfect for adding to the cute little cards. So the way these kits are is they are an all-in-one kit. They come with everything you see here. They're kind of just like a paper pumpkin kit, but you can go in and buy multiple of them at one time. These make excellent gifts for grandchildren, nieces, nephews, neighbor kids. If you've got children home on summer break and they're looking for something to do, these are really excellent gifts for them. Also, this one I think is going to be excellent for kind of your teens or tweens. This is Love This Memory Notebook Kit. This is one that they can keep all their little memory photos in, and we all know that our kids have smartphones and that kind of stuff, cell phones, and they're very much into taking pictures of their friends and their selfies and all that kind of stuff. that they can make their own little memory notebook kit to keep for, you know, ever, and look back on those photos of the last school year. And it also gives them something to do during the summer break, especially if they've got parents that have to work and that kind of stuff. This can keep them kind of occupied. I've got adhesive kits for $35. This comes with everything you see here on this page. You will get one sand eraser, you'll get an adhesive remover, a package of the mini dimensionals, a tear and tape, a liquid green glue, a full pack of the regular size dimensionals, a mini dimensional, and a 6-inch clear ruler. All comes in one of these super cute little clear bags for you to take them on the go with you when you go to your different scrapbooking card making classes. Now, I will let you know that if you want a specific color, you will have to just let me know. Otherwise, I just randomly send those out. You can also find a link to this if you go to my blog. Again, there is an adhesive kit tab that you can go and fill out the jot form to it, and then it emails it straight to me. Again, talking about that host code there, that is my current July host code. Where do you enter that host code? When you go into my store at shopdannygarola.com, you will find this up here that is going to tell you that you're shopping with me. Once you add all the goodies to your cart that you want, you're going to hit that little shopping like basket. It's going to bring you, and it's going to have all your stuff in there. And because of celebrations going on right now, every $50 that you spend, you're going to be able to pick a free item from the celebrations brochure, which is an amazing time to be buying things. Add that host code right here where it says my name again, and then it's going to say add host code right there. That's where you're going to just plug this in. You can actually copy and paste this from the description of this video, or you can go over to my blog, which you can hit the shop button straight from there, and you can actually copy and paste this from there as well. It's in the right hand column, the very top thing you're going to find. Also, because I've got so many cards and we are getting ready to move, I've got a surplus of cards. I've got drawers and drawers and drawers of cards. Like, let me just show you, for instance. Here is one of my drawers. I've got, what do I have? I have 8 of these full of cards. I've got tons. My closet is full of shoe boxes full of cards. Plus, I've got 4 of these sitting on my desk here full of cards. So I need to downsize. So I am offering you guys 20 cards for $25 plus priority mail. So this is a fabulous way to get some all occasion cards already made, and they are well worth more than $20 or $25. But you know what? What am I going to do with all these cards besides, you know, hang on to them forever, because they are cherished, because I've put a lot of work into them. But you know what? That's why I'm offering up to you guys for the low price of $25 for 20 cards. These are not written on or anything like that. I do want you to know that. They will come to you straight out the gate, that you can just put them in an envelope and send them to whoever you wish. So again, I have put over in all of my blog posts, you will find a link to go to that, and it'll go straight to my email. So you can just email me and tell me that you want one of those. Okay, enough with all that. Speaking of our celebrations, that's the card that I'm going to make for you guys today. Hello, Miss Rhea. Woohoo! Okay, good. I'm glad you guys can all see me. That is amazing. And it worked for my first time, because you guys know how it is. Sometimes your first go around, well, you know, I'm still learning as I'm going here, but I'm glad that you guys can see me and everything is going great. Let me see. It looks like you guys are staring at the floor or my feet or whatever. So today we are going to be using the Hippest Hippos. I also made a card over on Monday over on my Facebook Live. Again, you guys can find the replay here on YouTube. I made a card using this kit too. Super, super cute little great freebies. So the way you earn this, you cannot buy it, you have to earn it. So $50 will get you the stamp set, and $50 will get you the die set as well, which is amazing. That you just buy $50 in product and you can get a free die set. And this is a huge die set. There's 19 dies in this. And it is so awesome because you can create little sceneries with these hippos. This, you're gonna get 7 cling stamps. Again, you would have to spend $100 to get both of these items, but you know what? That's not hard to do, and you're gonna want paper, you're gonna want envelopes, you're gonna want all the things to be able to, you know, make these super cute little characters. So, without further ado, let's get started here. I am using a piece of basic gray. This is 11 by 4 1/4. I'm just simply going to score it at 5 1/2. Just like that. That is my card base. This is basic gray. Okay, we're gonna set that off to the side. I also am going to come in with these super beautiful, these are vellum. Let me see if I can get this out of here. There is this pattern here. There's also this pattern that looks like little waves in the water or maybe a mountain scenery. There's also this circle vellum. So you could put a great little sentiment inside of that. And then you get a bunch of just straight clear vellum with no images on it. I'm not going to try to mess with that because I will be here all day trying to put those away. And those are called the Lovely Layers 3 1/4 by 5 vellum sheets. Okay, those are in the annual catalog. So I'm going to be using this one here that kind of has this succulent kind of print on it. I'm going to be grabbing a piece of basic white. This is 3 1/4 by 5, so it's the same size as our vellum layer here. I'm also going to be grabbing my Highland Heather, and I need a scrap of white to do my stamping on. So let's go ahead and grab, and I need to take a drink of coffee because that's what we're here for, to drink our coffee and make a card. I'm also going to be using some white Stampin' Emboss powder. So set that aside. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this. I need a scrap so I don't completely destroy everything here and get color added to everything. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blender brush and I'm just going to kind of lightly swirl that around in my Highland Heather. And then I'm going to come over here and just get, not that I'm transferring all the ink off, but I'm just doing enough to get some of these dark swishes in here. And then I'm just going to come across and just add ink lightly to this full piece of white. Now, if you feel better going back and forth, you can absolutely do it that way. You just want to, and it doesn't matter if you're going to see a little bit of those streak marks in there, because it really isn't going to be a big deal, because this is going to be behind our vellum layer. And you can make it as light or as dark as you choose. So those of you who are local here in Tucson, Arizona, I have a class here locally to me out by my area in Tucson at our local VFW out here. But I have one coming up Thursday, the 21st, since my Sunday class is already done and over with. But I offer those classes twice a month. Those are in-person classes. Again, we make 3 cards. So I would love for you guys to attend that. You can find about that. You can find out more information about that over on my events page over on Facebook. But the Thursday class is coming up. It is 4:30 p.m. and we make 3 cards. And I would love, if you guys are local, to come out and join us for that. Do make sure you hit that going button on that event so I make sure you have a kit for that class. Okay, so let's move this because we're done with that. And let's start putting some of this together. Now we're also going to be using some layering circles. I'm going to grab, I think this one right here, and let me cut that out. I guess I should have stamped my little hippo first before I cut that out, but you know what? I already did it. So if it doesn't work, we always have the other half that I can retry it. So I'm just gonna hope that I can stamp it straight. But normally you would want to stamp your hippo first and then cut your circle out over it. But today I'm just gonna do things a little bit backwards. All right, I'm going to put this on my card and I'm going to slant this ever so slightly on the front of this card. Just like that. Kind of watching all my margins to make sure they're all roughly the same. Hello, Kay. Hello, Mom. Oh no, you had to find your password to get in. Yeah, that is one of those things that are challenging with everything having passwords. Okay, so now on this piece here, I'm simply only going to add a little bit of this glue to the center part because I don't want to be able to see all that glue hanging out there. So I'm just going to go like this because that's where we're going to put our circle over that area. So you would never even know that I have all that glue behind there, right? Who's gonna know? Nobody's gonna know, but you'll know. Okay, now let's take this little character here and let's grab our stamps and our dies. I don't think I'm gonna be using dies today, but you're gonna want the die set with this because these little characters are so cute with that. All right, let's grab Memento. And again, let's hope that I can center this in here. If not, like I said, we'll just recut it. Okay. That's, you know, one thing, Mom, I love about technology nowadays, that most of our computers and most of our phones and all that kind of stuff will now save our passwords, and I think it is amazing that they have started doing that because life gets crazy busy and we've got so many passwords for everything that sometimes it just makes us want to lose our minds trying to remember all those things. All right, so I'm going to bring in my Smoky Slate and my Highland Heather blends pens. And I'm going to go in with the light first. I also want to grab a Flirty Flamingo, but I want to grab my light Flirty Flamingo, not the dark. And I'm just going to add some little cheekies, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and do my light Highland Heather. Okay, and then I'm going to add my dark kind of to the bottom of this to make sure I get some shadowing going on down here, because that's going to be the bottom part where it's probably the sunlight is hitting the top of them, or we're going to portray it that way. So I just want to kind of lighten that up a skosh. So come back in over that with my light. like that. And now we're going to lightly come in here on his belly. And again, I'm going to come in with the dark and add some of that shadowing effect. So like his chin would be blocking some light there, and his arms. And I don't know why I always say he, but whatever. Okay, just like that. Then we're gonna come in with our smoky. Let me go ahead and fill in these little leaf and flower. So I'm going to grab my light granny apple and just come into this little leaf. And with a, let's use real red on this flower. Just to add that flower, make that flower pop. Okay, now we're gonna come in with our gray. This is the light smoky slate. Now I'm going to grab the dark before this dries too much and add a little bit of dark there and around the belly. Okay, and then I will do his little face. Okay, now let's come back in with some dark and fill this in for the shadowing, those little dark spots. Okay, and let's blend this. Okay, let's do his little super cute face up here. Hopefully my daughter's TV is not too loud because I'm hearing it and I hope you guys can't. I told my husband that I need to invest in getting some AirPods because they have noise cancellation on them. So when I'm doing this, and if I have an AirPod in my ear, it has a mic on the bottom, but it will cancel out any of those background noises. They are wonderful for that. He has a set, but the thing is I have very, very tiny ear canals, and it's just something that kind of runs in our family. So I can't wear typical headphones because they absolutely kill my ears if I have to wear anything that's an internal ear pod bud thing. So I am going to try to see if they make AirPods that are small enough that will actually fit into my ear without hurting me or causing me to have a headache. All right, so there is our cute little hippo. Now what we need is, and I forgot to get out a scrap of this, but good thing I've got some sitting right here. We're going to also need a scrap of our basic gray. Now see how these are curving up like this? If you place this down, that may not bother you, but sometimes that seems to bug. Well, it does me at least. So you can come in with a glue dot and just add that up in the corner, if it will stick to the vellum. Okay, and go like that. And you can barely see that because if you do it where there is part of that succulent, it will kind of hide that glue dot. Now some people don't mind hanging that, and that's okay. Letting that part kind of flip around kind of bothers me, so I'm just going to stick them down. Just like that. Okay, now it is not flipping all over the place. Okay, that's gonna go in the center there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that little cutie right up. With some dimensionals. Okay, and place that right in the center there. And I will show you the other card that I made because I did it in Fresh Freesia. So you guys can see the difference in the colors and kind of get an idea of doing it both ways. All right, the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let's do this one here. Oh, you're really the best. And I'm going to do some masking, but I don't have any of our new masking things. So I'm just going to simply come in here and use some Post-it. So I want to take a Post-it over the best and then do the same thing over, oops, that wasn't long enough, over aw, or no, I don't. I want to go up here. There we go. Because I want the aw part first. So what I am going to do is, let me see what width we need this at to get that to fit. So I'm going to cut this at, where did my ruler go? Oh, there it is. I'm going to cut this at a 1/2 inch because I think it's just too wide the way it is. Lengthwise, I can cut it down once I get stamped on there. So let's take this as a 1/2 inch, and then I also need a 1/2 inch of my Highland Heather. Again, we'll cut some of that down when we're done. But for now, we need to bring in the white embossing powder and my Versamark here. And with that piece of Post-it and the top part of my stamp exposed, I can stamp that in there, pull this off for the time being, and then stamp my aw, just like that. Oops, that didn't come out too well. Let me try that again. I need to hold my stamp up a little bit higher. Just make sure you remove that Post-it. Okay, that's better. And then now I need to clean this off. And then now with both of my pieces, I'm going to cover the best and the aw, and just have the center words. This is called the masking technique. Okay, now pull those off. Now the you really are exposed, and now I can stamp that right beside this. Okay, now all I need to do is clean this again, and then now take this thick piece and now cover those 2 top layers. Yeah, this looks a little bit daunting, but it is worth it once you see the end result. Okay, oh, you really are the best. Okay, let's get this covered and then grab, I'm gonna throw these little things away, so if any powder comes out, it's not gonna be stuck all over those. Then with my white powder, I can come in, get that on there. Now, if anything happened to touch it, I always keep a little brush sitting here that I can just wipe off that excess. If I got any little pieces, which I kind of did. Okay, just like that. And now I will hit this with the heat tool, so give me 2 seconds. Okay, just like that. I'm kind of blurry. Well, maybe it's because of my internet not being the strongest, so it might be making me just a skosh blurry. I apologize. Hopefully it'll clear itself up a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this off and cut this off. And then I'm going to lay this right on here as if it is going down, but I'm going to go right to the edge. So you're just going to see just a small portion of the purple. So what I want to do is put just a bit of glue on the bottom of this, line it up on the right side, leaving a little margin below. Okay, and then I'm going to leave a little bit of a margin showing on this side. So it almost looks like a little Highland Heather shadow. All right, and then what we need to do is that will go right across the bottom here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 mini dimensionals on the outside of this little banner. Because this part here, since I put a dimensional at the bottom, it will hold that center portion up. Now, because we have added some twisties and turns to this, it does make everything look a little wonky when you're putting it together because it's gonna look like it's super crooked. So that's why I like my grid paper, because I can line this up on one of my lines, and then when I go to put this up here, I can watch what line I am now lining it up to put it on the front of my card. But I want to see those cute feet, so I'm going to stick with that line and stick with that line. Okay, so that's straight because there is that. Okay, maybe I made it a little bit crooked. There we go. That's better. Maybe. See, it throws you off with these. Nope, that's straight. Okay. It just looked a little wonky. All right, then I've got these beautiful little adhesive backed sequin gems that I think these are absolutely gorgeous on this card. Even though they are probably a fresh freesia, they go just fine with any of your purples. So I'll put one there. We'll put one right here. And then let's do one right up here in this green, or green, in the fern. Okay, just like that. And that adds just enough of little bling in there to really make that card pop. All right. So then all we would do is we would just add an inside to this card and stamp an inside sentiment, which, let's see, where did I put the stamp? Okay, we could say, you're so hip. What did we put here? Aw, you're the best. You're so hip. Or love you tons. I'm going to say love you tons. Ouch. And I think I'm going to add this towards the bottom down here And I am going to do it in Highland Heather. And then that gives you this whole upper space to be able to add everything you want to write up there. Now that's where you could take, maybe if you did have this, you could take some of these flowers and maybe do some of this. This looks like a little green succulent piece. Die cut some of those in the gray or the Highland and add those down here. Maybe do those in gray, the basic gray, and then do some of your flowers in Highland Heather. That's an idea. I might have to do that. But for now, I'm just going to call it be good because like I said, I wanted to try to keep this short and sweet, especially for my first one. My daughter is actually doing amazing back behind me. She hasn't made a peep back there, which I hear her clapping, so she must be getting a little bit agitated because maybe she can hear me talking about her. But I just wanted to make sure that I came on and got my first video rolling and got that under my belt because I'm telling you guys, I was super, super nervous. I know that sounds super crazy and ridiculous, but I'm human. All right, there we go. There is our first episode of Coffee and a Card. And I didn't even drink much of my coffee. It's probably cold now, but that's okay. You guys at least got to see the super cute, adorable card. Now, if you're not into the whole sponging thing, you can actually just use a piece of the Highland Heather for this back layer back here. Like I said, that was size 3 1/4 by 5, same as this layer here, the vellum layer. So if you don't want to get into all that, I just kind of like the different textures behind this, but it made that little hippo kind of a little bit more on the elegant side versus being kind of kiddish. So super cute card. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys back here for another YouTube live. I know you'll have other videos popping up through here because my Monday one will pop up here. The mystery stamping from last night is now on here. So please like and subscribe this video. That helps me tremendously with the algorithm of all the technology. And then that way, when I do go live, if you hit that little notification bell, it will let you know every time that I am live. You're going to get notified of that. So have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys back here next Thursday. All right, you guys, bye. You are very welcome, Rhea.